Hi everyone, today I'm super excited to have here a special guest.
Hi!
Chiara Pedrazzetti is a good friend of mine and she's a fantastic harpist. We were together in London studying at the Royal Academy of Music and we were actually flatmates.
We go way back.
I'm very happy because Chiara came to visit for the weekend and we thought it was a nice idea to talk about the holidays. How do we practice on holidays? What are your tricks?
Best idea is actually to visit a harpist. That's what I'm doing at the moment. But apart from that, I can live without the harp for maybe 2-3 days, 4 days. That's fine for my fingers. But if it's a longer period, I try to always find a place or an instrument where I could actually move my fingers. But apart from that, I did some research because this year I went for a holiday for 2 weeks. And I had to organize an instrument actually in New Zealand and Australia. And I was really struggling to find something. And then I managed to find a travel harp. And I think I actually asked you, what's your idea as well? So we had this discussion. And after a long research, I found my solution. So I'm happy to share with everyone.
Great.
But maybe we can start with the bigger harp.
Yeah. So what I do also, I am fine for 3-4 days as well. My fingers, they just get a bit softer. Do your fingers get softer?
I find that the reflex is a bit slower later when I go to play somewhere. Like my fingers are actually fine in a way, but the reflex is much slower. So it's just
like the jumps and the reflection of the hands.
So I don't know if it's something in the head, but I think it's just like this physical catching the right strings.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, anyway, for me, more than that, I actually lose the callus. So when I come back, I have to put tapes for a few days and not playing super loud immediately. Otherwise, I get bubbles still now after 22 years of playing.
But I think this also depends on the skin because I never get blisters. I have one blister in my entire life.
Oh, that's cool. No, sometimes I get bloody ones. Yeah. Anyway, so what I found out for me, I got this a few years ago. This is a Bardic by Kamak and it has 22 strings. Levers, so it's a small Celtic harp and it actually works fine. The sound is decent, so it's okay. The problem is quite bulky. As you can see, the soundboard is still big, but I've already brought it on the airplane into the cabin. You are allowed to put this. I don't know now about traveling. It depends on the company. I would ring, but still it worked for me. It's still quite big though. So Chiara brought her super solution.
So that's the harp I took when I was backpacking in New Zealand. And actually it fits the normal luggage, normal little suitcase that you can take on board. I was traveling just with one backpack and it actually works. It's not too heavy. As you can, it's heavier than you think, but
it's not. No. Like it's like even half of a kilo, not even.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not. It's actually good to travel with.
It looks like a magic thing. I cannot believe. And I'm practicing this.
Yeah, I was really worried that I might get in trouble. I never took 2 weeks without touching the harp.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought it's a good idea. And it turned out to be great. I had absolutely no problems coming back.
Cool.
And so basically it's made of like those 3 pieces. And then the strings are here. And when you always have the strings on this harp, actually they're attached. You can see that they're actually, here are the holes to put the strings in.
Okay.
And here, later you just need a bit of force. Voila.
All right.
And then you have this little piece that you have to put inside so that you're sure that it's well secured. And voila, that's your harp. Later you just need to tune. If you have the opportunity to keep it unfolded, for me that was actually a bit better because then I spent less time to tune it.
Yeah, because obviously every time if you destroy it, kind of, you have to build all the tension again.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I find it's a good solution for travel. And maybe, one tip that I recently heard when I was doing this research.
Yeah.
One of my friends told me that it's a good idea also to use, because this one is quite expensive. I found obviously I can use it for live.
Yeah.
But if you have very small budget, it's a good idea to actually buy a tennis racket. Then you cut the strings that are horizontal.
Okay, yeah.
And you just keep the vertical ones.
Ooh.
But actually, you're not going to practice because the spacing between the strings is different. So you're not going to actually learn
positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that you don't lose your
skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's you do it every day, a bit of glissando on the tennis racket.
Okay.
And then that you can keep in shape.
Okay.
But I never tried it myself, so
someone can try and let us know if it works.
We're curious.
So Clara is tuning the harp. Obviously, when you break it again, you have to untune the strings. Harp is tuned.
This is how the harp looks like when it's ready to play. You can pluck each string several times with different combinations of fingers. For example, you just play the fourth finger, then you just play the third finger, second thumb. I think what I practice normally is a bit, you later add the top note, so you can build a scale. And what else? You can place a chord, and then the same thing, that you just plug the fourth finger, third, second, and same thing for the left hand. You can also play the glissandos just to get this good grip on the harp, just to practice that tip of our fingers.
Yeah.
But I like actually having this feeling of
tension.
Pain. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
just need to.
Yeah, I hold it a bit stronger.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I feel like it's actually, well, kind of you can imagine you play on the big harp.
Yeah. Can I try it?
Of course.
Right. So, first of all, it's so light. I mean, it's a joke.
Yeah. For
It's
travel, I think
fantastic.
it's a good solution.
It's great. It's actually so tense.
Yeah, you have
it's
the pressure.
perfect.
Is it better than the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, I've never played this, and the strings, they actually feel really, really hard. So it's exactly right as you say, that it's like pedal harp. Yeah, you can really build up your technique seriously. Like your strength, your sound. Of course, it doesn't sound because the soundboard is
There's no. Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, we have 2 octaves here, right? No, and this one is a C. Okay, and you can tune whatever you want.
Exactly.
And
there are no
it doesn't.
levers. That's
no levers, yeah,
maybe
of course.
disadvantage in comparison with the other one.
But yeah. Okay, I think it's pretty cool. For a comparison, I think the advantage of this one is that it sounds nicer. Obviously, no? Try.
Yeah, and that actually you can have, you have possibilities because of levers. And you can play little concerts, and it's more useful in case, for example, if you're teaching, you can already use this harp. Whereas this one, it's not for playing concerts, it's not for...
Yeah, it's just for training the fingers.
Yeah.
But the cool thing also, if I'm thinking now of a holiday situation, you're often in a hotel or in a place where other people stay, and it's actually better not to have sound. So you don't disturb anybody.
Exactly.
So this one has a smaller sound, but in that case, it could be an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. And this one, for sure, the major thing is that it's so portable. It's fantastic. This one is quite big.
Actually, it's heavier than you think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I suppose it depends where you go on holidays and what your needs are. Best would be to have them both.
Or a big harp that is like this, that you can fold and you can practice pedals. That would be. We're waiting for that.
Any harp constructor, think about it. Okay, let's try to play something. Listen. I'm amazed by the grip. It's fantastic. It's much better than this one. This is actually softer.
Yeah, in comparison. Yeah.
Much softer. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much, Clara.
Thank you for having me.
You're great. And now we don't practice, we go and have fun. Bye bye. See you in the next video. Ciao. Thank you for subscribing. Clara, where do you buy this harp?
I don't know the name of the website.